if somebody actually shows up and you get to talk to them, or maybe you bumped into them, I want you to enter them into a 3-part sales process, because a methodical sales process will provide the context for you to ask great probing questions, to develop a wise understanding of what's valuable, and it gives you an environment to build connections personally and professionally with your prospect. The 3-phase meeting process is to hold a connect meeting, then perform an analysis, and then you share a proposal that's tuned just to them. Every bit of marketing and selling that you do, every part of your conversation should drive to a connect meeting and then an analysis. That's what you're really all about. In the connect meeting, you need to just discover the journey that's got them there. Okay, this is huge. Listen to me very carefully. When you're first interacting with a potential prospect, you got to find out how they got to where they are. Second, you got to find out where they currently stand, or where they perceive themselves to currently stand. And then the last part, figure out where they're trying to get to. If you do not understand the journey and the story, if you don't start that conversation, you will never be able to sell value. You should be purposeful in the connect meeting, and don't beat around the bush either. You own a bookkeeping and accounting business, and you'd like to earn their business. None of this, I'd like to see if we have common threads. No, hey, look, I own a bookkeeping and accounting business. I'd either like to hear what's valuable to you, help you understand who I am so that if you have somebody else, you could refer me, or I want to earn your business. So start the meeting off with some simple questions. I want to give you some of these, okay? So tell me about your business and what made you want to take this meeting with me.
Well, because you manipulated me and got me here.
Oh, just start as broad as possible. So tell me about your business. How long you been doing this? You might even ask 3 to 4 questions in once. So tell me how you got started. Who's your main customer, and what's your bread and butter core service? What's your main service? Who's your best customer? Who's your perfect customer? There's about 1,000 ways to say that, but you have to get to that because that's the burden they're carrying. All business comes down to sales and production. Another question I want you to get really good at: how much money did you make last year? How much revenue did you bring in? And how many transactions was it? Is it just you working in the business? Are you married, or do you have family members that all engage in the business? Another question: how do you do your invoicing? What's it like getting paid? Tell me how you get paid by your customers. What do you use, and who takes care of all that? How do you pay your vendors? I got all sorts of questions that I could bring up here. I'm not going to bore you with all these, but you'll start hearing what's really important in those conversations. Now, as you ask those questions, you should be taking rigorous notes. I mean, more notes than you ever think you possibly should. You'll want to ask enough questions about what they're doing for tax reduction strategy while simultaneously imbuing all your language and your presentations with tax mitigation talk. No red-blooded American or entrepreneur wants to overpay in tax. So if you want to build a successful bookkeeping business, please reach out to our team here at Feedback Wrench so that we can coach you, build your strategy, develop your messaging. Like, I understand this because I am your customer. I sell to your customer. I did exactly what you're trying to do. We'll build you a website, ads, Google platform, SEO, so that you can actually grow a profitable and scalable business. So